Inhale, sweep the arms up, palms together overhead. Side stretch right and left, exhaling. Inhale to upright. Exhale. Good. Inhale. Arching up and back, exhale. Good. Come to upright, so we're rolling down now. Chin to chest, softening the knees as much as you like. Take a deep breath in at the bottom and breathing out, out, out through your mouth for 3, 2, 1. Then slowly roll yourself up, dropping the tailbone down, sweep the arms up overhead and side right and left again. Exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, arching up and back, front ribs down, firm through the inner feet and thighs. And come to upright, rolling down, chin tucks in, ribs tuck in, deeply engaging the navel right up into the back ribs and kidneys. Deep breath in down here, out 3, 2, 1. Rolling yourself up, no rush, just deeply waking up the breathing mechanisms. Good, side right and left, last time through. Arching up and back. Good, come to upright, chin to chest, rolling down. Good. Inhale fully. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. Let's come to kneeling in the tabletop position. Once you're in your tabletop, let's do hip circles. We'll circle the hips around the knees. Let's do that 8 times each way. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. When you get to the top and center, change directions. Very nice indeed. If that feels like your 8, come to the top and center, cat and cow. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, 1 of 8. Inhale, lengthen, exhale. At least 2 more now. One more time. And exhale. Really good. So come to sitting on your heels. We'll do camel rides. Hands on the center of the thighs. They can stay still. We lengthen out through the crown of the head as if we have a light stack of books balancing. And nice and slow and deep. It's more or less, it's like a continuation of the cat and cow movement, isn't it? Yes, and you can really expand the breath as you come forwards. They're nice and strong through the core, particularly the upper abdominal area as we tuck under. So this will be the first, let's say, proper class of the next season, which is the lungs and the large intestines. We'll be doing lots of chest opening, shoulder work, and upper abdominal area, work on the upper abdominal area. So some of our favourites and some new, well not new, we would have done them last year and the year before, but bringing those back in for their season, for the season as is appropriate. So there's your camel rides, and then we'll pop the hands on the back of the waist and we'll do just 5 camels lifting up and down. Inhale. And then of course there'll be some that we've been working on all late summer that are appropriate for autumn. So that will be fun. We've done lots and lots of camels, chest opening. And our main focus was really opening the quads and the hip flexors for stomach and spleen for late summer. But you know, you can't really break the body down into parts. It all works together, doesn't it? Complementing each other beautifully. Good. So let's just have one more of these up and down camels. Lungs and large intestines. Arms, chest, shoulders, upper abdominal area. Good. Downward facing dog. Come forwards into your high plank and hold. And slowly lowering your way down. Arching up and back, cobras 5. Good, we'll hold this last one at the top. We'll stretch back into puppy pose now. Good. So vertical thighs, pop the navel button, the navel back towards the spine. As you start to widen the shoulders, taking the chest down, make sure to engage the front ribs towards the navel and hips so that you're not overarching or compressing in the mid-back and lumbar area. So it's the chest that opens, the armpits open, the fingers and palms open nice and wide. There we go. Let's ease our way slowly up, downward facing dog. Make your way to the top of your mat then. Inhale, lift your head. Exhale, right leg forward. Inhale, lift. Exhale, left. Either rolling up or coming up through extension, palms together. Inhale in. Arching up and back, exhale. And come to upright, hands to heart. And take that full breath. And release, release. There we go. So second side, we're going to sweep the arms up, palms together overhead. Side right and left, just once each way. Arching up and back. And come to upright, we're rolling down, chin to chest, ribs to hips, navel to spine, softening the knees, wrists, elbows. Deep breath in at the bottom. Out, out, out through the mouth. 3, 2, 1. Slowly up. Inhale. Good. Sweeping the arms together. Side right and left. Exhale. Arching up and back. Come to upright and rolling down. Deep breath in. Out, out, out. Slowly up. Big stretch up, side right and left, last time through now. Arching up and back. And come to upright. Good, rolling down. Deep breath in, out, out, out. So come to kneeling. The last time when we came through, we did hip circles and cat-cow, but let's do knee circles this time. So we're going to take the right knee out, squeeze heel to seat, and big circle. Let's close first, lift as if you were climbing over a fence. Let's do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Change legs. So left leg as if you were climbing over a fence. Internal rotation. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Change legs. This time we're opening, external rotation, going backwards. 1, 2, 7 and 8. Change legs. Last little bit now. Opening, external rotation, going backwards. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Very nice indeed, cat and cow. The last time we did our cat and cow, we did the natural way, or the more common way, which was to breathe out as you flex the spine. But let's breathe in as we flex, and then breathe out as we extend, feeling the difference. Breathing in as you flex, and out as you extend. And out as you extend. Keep that going. You've got 4 more. Two more, 2 now. And 1 more time. Perfection. So sitting back on your heels, camel rides. Good. Tilting backwards and forwards. Hopefully it feels nice and easy around the armpits. The breath is starting to move more freely in the chest, in the upper abdominal area. There we go. So let's come up to our camels, just 5 of those. And hands on the back waist. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Good. Hips forwards, really dropping the tailbone down, moving the sacrum in and forwards. Sternum in and up. Good, and slowly down, 3 to go. last two. Off you go. Inhale up. Shoulders, elbows. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Well done. Inhale. And exhale. One more, one more. And exhale, downward facing dog now. Come forwards into your high plank and hold. Slowly lowering your way down. Legs in nice and close, arching up and back. Good, 5. And as always, you're welcome to just hold a nice steady cobra or upward facing dog if you'd really rather. 3 more, 3. One more time. Good. So if that feels like your 5, have a good stretch back. And then we've got our puppy pose from here then. Good. And an alternative would be to just do a child pose if you weren't fancying puppy pose for whatever reason. So there's always that option, even if I never say it again. So really breathe well into the diaphragm, spread the ribs. Feel the breath move in the armpits, feel the space. Make sure to open up your fingers and your palms. Imagine drawing the breath up through the palms of your hands, the bones of your arms. That's it, filling the chest, the ribs, the diaphragm, heart space, and the lungs. Alrighty, let's make our way up to downward facing dog. And make your way to the top of your mat then. Inhale, lift your head. Exhale, step your left leg forward. Inhale, lift. Exhale, step right. Organising feet together, palms inhaling. Arching up and back, exhale. Come to upright, hands to heart, and take a full breath, and release, release. Good. Let's have dynamic triangles now, so stepping nice and wide, right leg forward. Let's make our way down then, and let's take this top arm horizontally across. We pause just long enough to get a decent stretch in the front leg, inner thigh, and the top side waist. Press and lift, inhale, turn the feet, and exhale. Rooting down through the 4 corners of the feet, lifting the belly up, turning the ribs, chest, deciding where you're looking, up, forwards or down, depending on your anatomy. Press and lift, inhale, turn, and exhale. 3, 2, 1, press and lift, inhale, and exhale. Very last one, inhale, turn, and exhale. Wonderful. Inhale to vertical. Let's turn the toes in and have a wide leg forward fold. You can either roll down or fold down. taking hold of the big toes, knees or shins. Once you're settled into your general shape, arching up and back, halfway lift. Good. Even if you need to bring your hands up a little bit higher so you feel that sense of opening across the chest. And then forward fold. Let's have 2 more of those. When you're ready, elbows back, chest open wide, inhale. And exhale. Last one now, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Good. So now we're all the way down here. We're going to turn to the right for our pyramid pose. So hopefully your back foot, your left one, is already turned in. Maybe you can turn it in a little bit more. You're just going to turn the right toes, swiveling on the heel or the ball, depending on what's nice. Lift your abdomen up and over that front thigh. We'll have the hands either to the ground or on the fingertips. If you're not quite there yet, you could have your hands on your hips, couldn't you? So pyramid pose, wherever you can comfortably reach. Really good. So we're going to come into half camel from here. Shift the weight slightly forwards. Lift the back heel, drop the back knee down. We'll pop the palms together behind our back, reverse prayer hands. Good. Draw the tailbone down, squeeze the hips and thighs towards the midline. Draw up behind your navel and start to lift up and back. Make sure, of course, to draw the shoulders back, elbows back, arms back. You're nice and strong through the upper back. Not just like, I always call it like a bony shelf, but it's more like folded wings. Wings folded into your back, arching up and back, wide and full. Lungs and large intestine. And throat for your thyroid and parathyroid glands for your metabolism and many other functions. Very nice indeed. Have yourself a downward facing dog from here. Sorry, 3-leg dog. Sweeping that front leg up and back. So that should be your right leg going up. I'm opposite to you on purpose. Straight up to the ceiling. We've already done hip circles, so that's done. We can just keep the stretch of the 3-leg dog. And then we're going to take this leg into shoelace, twist towards the right. That will be twisting towards that incoming leg. So wrap that right leg around your left thigh, lift your left heel up, bend the knee, shift your weight forwards. Separate your feet and then twist towards your right leg. So again, I'm opposite to you. Don't let that confuse. There we go. Long deep breaths here now. Let's hop this up to downward facing dog. Coming forwards into your high plank and hold. Slowly lowering your way down. Arching up and back, cobras, 5. 1, 2. Keep going, don't mind me. You've got 3. 4, 5. That's it. At the top of your 5th one, hold it there. Good. Slowly coming down onto your elbows, forearms. We'll do Sphinx pose, bending the knees, heel to seat, chest forwards. If this is quite enough, then feel free to stay here. Otherwise, you're going to reach around and take hold of your feet for bow pose. So inner or outer feet, depending on how your anatomy is fixed. In all cases though, we're going to bring the heels together, tailbone down, shoulders back, and then kick up and push into your bow pose. And downward facing dog from here. Making your way to the top of the mat, then inhale, lift your head. Exhale, step your right leg forward. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lift. Feet together, palms inhaling. Either rolling up or coming up through extension. Front ribs down in every case though. Arching up and back. Then come to upright. Hands to heart. Take a full breath. And release, release. Alrighty, second side, dynamic triangle. So stepping out nice and wide. We'll go to the left to begin. Alright, so turning the right toes in, left toes out, drawing up through the inner legs behind the navel, really open wide before you get there. Once you get there, it's all done, isn't it? Turning the waist, ribs, chest, big stretch horizontally. This first one, I always like to take a little bit of the extra time, just making sure I'm rooted, grounded, open. Press and lift when you're ready now. Inhale, turn, turn, and exhale. So this is 2 of 5. Rooted, grounded, open, inhale. Turn, turn, exhale. Twice more now, inhale. Turn, turn, exhale. Press and lift, inhale. And exhale. Good. Let's make our way all the way up to the top. Make sure to turn the toes in, heels out, and forward folding, either rolling down or folding down, your choice. Taking hold of the big toes, knees or shins, turning your seat up. Once you're really fully settled into your pose, halfway lift. And forward fold. Halfway lift. Forward fold. One more, halfway lift, inhaling. And forward fold when you're ready. Good. So think about, visualize the next shape in the sequence is pyramid pose. So we'll come up a little bit, maybe adjust that back foot if you need to, want to. And we'll swivel on the front one. And lift my abdomen up and over my front thigh. And then hands to the ground or fingertips or on your hips for your fold. Wonderful. So then we've got half camel from here. We shifted the weight slightly forward, bending the front knee, come down to the back knee. We organize the hands behind the back in reverse prayer hands. Good. We make the pose stable first by pressing down with the back knee, tucking the bottom under, squeezing the thighs towards each other, lifting up behind the navel, up under the heart. Definitely shoulders back, elbows back first, like a bony shelf or wings, whichever you prefer as your visualization. Arching up and back, lifting your heart space, your sternum, opening your throat from collarbone to chin, stretching up and back. Breathe well. There we go. Slowly ease your way up. We've got 3 leg dogs, so that's your left leg at the front, sweeps up and back. Absolutely no rush. Big stretch up. Square the shoulders, open up the fingers and palms, push the ground away, reaching for the sky with that uppermost toe. There we go. We're going to swing this leg around, coming into our shoelace twist to the left. Wonderful. Dropping down through the seat, up behind your navel, up under the heart, wide, wide across the collarbones. You've got downward facing dog from here now then. Come forwards into your high plank and hold. Slowly lowering your way down. Arching up and back, cobra or up dog. Very nice indeed. So then we went on to Sphinx pose. So you come down to your forearms, hip bones, pubic bones down, and heel to seat. Good. So as if you were trying to drag yourself forwards along the ground. Imagine you could tap the back of your head. There we go. So that's your option 1. Feel free to stay there, enjoy this, or reach around and take hold of your feet. Good. Before we lift up into the bow, let's really take care of business. Tailbone down, bring the legs in, elbows in, chest wide and full, front ribs down, and then kicking up on the inhale or the exhale, so long as you maintain core engagement. That's it. You've got your downward facing dog from here now. Making your way to the top of your mat then. Inhale, lift your head. Exhale, step your left leg forward. Inhale, lift. Exhale, right. Feet together, palms now. Inhale. Arching up and back on your exhale. Inhale to upright. Exhale, hands to heart. Take a full breath and release, release. Really good job. So let's do Humble Warrior. So Humble Warrior for me is the quintessential lung and large intestine stretch. You could interlace your fingers behind your back like that. If they go quite happily, they'll go overhead. Or take a shoulder width loop in your belt or grip. You could use anything, even a sock, if you don't have anything much else to hand. Sock, tea towel, and that goes behind your back. Step or jump nice and wide. Alright, so we're going to our right hand side, of course. And just like we always do, we bend the knee so we can swing the pelvis around. Lock the legs nice and straight, locking the pelvis into good alignment. Let's lift the arms away from the back. As soon as we lift the arms, naturally the ribs are going to want to flare. But we've done plenty of work over the summer, so we know to draw the front ribs down and lift the heart space up. Bend this front knee deep as you like. And depending on how you're fixed, you might be quite happy to stay here. This is strong enough. Otherwise, we're going to tuck the chin in, ribs in, navel to the spine, and make a roll down to Humble Warrior. Arms, of course, working towards as vertical as you can comfortably manage. Remember to tuck your chin in towards the throat softly, looking back towards the back foot. Crown of the head towards the ground, the back of the neck nice and long. And finding the breath in the pose. And it's quite natural just to think about the breath as being into the chest and the lungs. But imagine that you're breathing through your arms as well. Opening up your fingers if you've got belted support. Wonderful. So let's stay down here. We'll release the arms. Put your belt down to one side. We'll have another three-leg dog, sweeping that front leg up and back. And this time we're going to bring it into our pigeon pose. Knee to chest, turn the thigh out. Slide the back leg back, walk the hands back, lift the chest up, up, up. Wonderful. So that back leg, just checking that was the right leg for us all. That back leg, we're going to swing it forwards, or well, whatever it is, bring it in and cross it in front. So it's just seated cross legs. Good. And then you're going to twist towards that front leg that just came in. So whether it's left or right, doesn't matter which at this point. We'll tidy it up over the next few weeks. So Sukhasana twist to that leg that came in. Good. Release, release. And just take that front leg, rotate, and take sage twist. So away from the back foot. And then one more twist, that back foot comes all the way in, steps across from Matsyendra. So standing firmly on that incoming foot, working towards a vertical shin, twisting tight against that incoming leg. Nice indeed. Back into the season of twists. Let's have downward facing dog. Coming forwards into your high plank and hold. Slowly lowering your way down. Arching up and back, one cobra or upward facing dog, your choice. And downward facing dog. Making your way to the top of your mat then, inhale, lift your head. Exhale, step your right leg forward. Inhale, lift. Exhale, step left. Organising feet together, palms, inhaling. Making your way up, front ribs down. And come to upright. Hands to heart. And take a full breath. And release, release. Fantastic. So last little bit now then. So we had Humble Warrior, organising the arms behind the back with or without your prop. Cool. So that's your left leg forward. So again, I know I'm opposite to you. Your left leg forwards. Or certainly the opposite leg that you did last time. Anyway, bending both knees, squaring the hips around, locking both legs straight for a moment, wriggle the arms back and down, lifting the arms away from the back body, securing those front ribs in, securing the upper abdominal tract. Good, right up into the heart space now. Deeply bending that front knee. Warrior one, you're always welcome to stay right here. It's a good strong stretch for everything. You can feel it lifting the chin up, opening up the throat even. Let's take the Humble Warrior. Chin to chest, ribs to hips, etc. Nice, fairly firm roll down. Sliding the front knee across the room, settling down to the inside of that front thigh. Really well done. Let's release the arms here. Hands to the ground, sweeping that front leg up and back. That will be your three-leg dog. Nice one. Let's bring this in for our pigeon pose then. Walk the hands back, lift the chest, arching up and back. We're going to swing this back leg around and come into Sukhasana, the seated twist. You're just going to turn towards that incoming leg. Really good. So that front leg, that's the one we rotate out and turn away from that back leg now. Fantastic. Let's swing that back leg around, step into that incoming foot for Matsyendra. Vertical shin, nice tight abdominal twist. There we go. Long deep breaths, no rush at all. Really good job. Let's hop this up to downward facing dog. Coming forwards into your high plank and hold. Slowly lowering your way down. Upward facing dog or cobra, your choice. And then downward facing dog when you're ready. Good. Good. Making your way to the top of your mat then. Inhale, lift your head. Exhale, step your left leg forwards. Inhale, lift. Exhale, step right. Organizing feet together, palms. Inhale. Good. Up and back. Front ribs, shoulders, firm through the hips and thighs. And come to upright. Hands to heart. And take that full breath. And release, release. Wonderful. So come to lying on your mat, hug knees to chest. Good. So you can either pop your fingers behind your thighs, behind your knees, sorry, or on the front, your choice. Drawing them in and out. So let's do that 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So then we'll start to reacquaint ourselves with Padasana sequence. Legs up to the ceiling. Squeeze the legs towards each other. Your arms then can go either alongside your body or overhead, 1, 2. Or if you want a little bit of extra support, you can pop your hands just underneath the back of the buttocks there. We're going to slowly lower the legs down. Let's go for 10, 9, 8. 2 are hovering just inches away from the ground, by the way. 7, 6, 5. Keep it nice and tight. We're going back up. 4, 3, 2, 1, and then slowly back up. Think of pressing your lumbar down. Pressing your lumbar down to lever those legs back up. Let's see if we can do that twice more. So, and while it's fresh in the beginning of the season, we'll just do sets of 3. We'll rebuild our strength in this, and then later on towards the mid and end of the season, we'll notch that up to 8s and 10s. But nice slow lower and slow. Oh, there we go. Fantastic. One more round, gently, slowly. Good, and back up to the top and center. Magnificent. Hug your knees to chest. Feel free to just hug them in and hold it steady. Take whatever you need. You might want to rock and roll from side to side, or you might want to chin to chest and lift your head up, nose to knee, knee to nose. You can have 3 or 4 or 5 of those. So anything recuperative that feels like a good idea to you. When you're done, you can stretch your legs away now and have yourself a Shavasana. Wonderful. So tucking the shoulder blades in underneath you. Allowing the feet to fall away from the midline. And let your eyes be soft. Your forehead, your cheeks, your chin, and your jaw now. Relaxing your neck and your shoulders, your armpits, the whole of each arm, the palms of your hands, and each of your fingers now. Relaxing your chest muscles, your rib cage, your abdomen, your hips, your waist, and your lower back. Relaxing the front of your thighs, the back of your thighs, your inner and outer thighs now. Relaxing your knees, your shins and your calves. Relax your ankles, the tops of your feet, the soles of your feet. Relaxing your heels and your toes now.